Yep, another cadaver for me to verbally sink my fucking knife to this fortnight. Welcome to Jay's Rantz. For another 2-week injection, this doctor will jam up your ass like a botched fucking enema. Now, due to the circumstances of this topic that I'm about to detail for you surgically, and while this is still fresh on the press, I kind of have an obligation in firing a few rounds into this douchebag who had the audacity to cheat on his fucking family. Like the mayoral piece of shit he basically made himself out to be. Yep, I'm talking about Auckland Mayor Len Brown, the philandering fuck. He made the headlines yesterday when he decided to go public on his 2-year affair with Auckland Council's Ethnic Peoples Advisory Panel member, Bevan Chuang. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a divorcee from a marriage whose spouse had an affair with someone older than him. And it makes me fucking angry when you see someone violating their marriage vows in such a way. Now, I kind of have to put a foot down on this morally, because this is the sort of thing that society is now beginning to let slide on a more visceral scale due to the fact that marriage to everyone now is nothing but a piece of paper, and it's a dead institution, and it's now considered a farce in the eyes of society. Now, I can chime on about how marriage is a fucking joke, and some people can just fuck marriage up to an oblivious state. I mean, I can mention about the celebrity marriages, how they pander on that they've met the one, but I'm not going to, because it's gonna be a lengthy discussion, and I can be here for a week fucking going on about this fucking shit. But I'm just gonna do it the problem at hand, what we're facing with now. Now, he went on Campbell Live like the public hungry whore that he is, saying that he basically humiliated his family, which he did. He humiliated his family, and he lied to them like the soul-sucking sack of shit that he is. And he got answered the question, will you be resigning? And he said in his own way, and he said, I got elected by the people, and half of the people that support me strong. Now, I may be a bit of a contradict when it comes to this sort of thing, and I may not be politically educated in this sort of field, but what the fuck? He should resign. There's a saying that I go, if you're in a position of power and you're corrupt, and if you're gonna lie to your family, it goes to show on what sort of credibility you have left now. Now, he basically maintains his so-called integrity, and he thinks that his credibility isn't tarnished like an egomaniacal douchebag. Yet he had the audacity to lie to his family, and I've said this 3 times now, and I'm not going to say it anymore. But what makes you think inside your pretentious head that you're that much of a saint? You know, everything that Len Brown has basically proclaimed himself out to be is very self-proclaimed. He talks himself so big, and he says that he's all for the whānau and he's all for people. He's all for himself. He has been, and he will always be. And this has gone throughout history as well. Let me do a flashback to the 1990s when Bill Clinton was president and he got impeached for having an affair with Monica Lewinsky, his intern, because he was a lying, manipulative piece of shit, lying to his family and lying to his wife, no less, who he had quote unquote fucking vows that he had, and now he was a lame duck president, and this is basically the same process that he's going through. He's basically admitted his guilt, he's admitted his wrongdoing, and now he's pretty much making himself out to be the lame duck mayor that he magnanimously is, because this issue will not die. This issue will basically be the thing that breaks his halo, like as if he had one to begin with, and him basically not fucking waking up to the realities of what's happening and not resigning just goes to show and how egomaniacal and how shallow he is. I mean, and him asking for privacy and respect from his community, like as he's asking for some sort of fucking sympathy card. If he's expecting some sort of sympathy card, he sure as hell's not gonna fucking get it. I mean, you fucked someone that is basically under your wing, and you think that you're in some sort of weak moment, yet you're in a position of power? Really? Are we gonna fall for the Monica Lewinsky saga all over again in 2013? Are you that demented? Seriously, you knew well aware what your situation was. You were married, and you being in the position of power doesn't give you that sort of fucking title to give you that level of behavior. There's a saying that goes, title does not dictate behavior. And just because you're high and mighty running the city at the click of the button, it doesn't mean that you're fucking gonna fuck every cunt that is gonna come your way. You have a family to think about. You have a wife that loves you. Man, probably wouldn't love you now due to the fact that you fucking shat on her like a piece of shit. I feel sorry for your family more than I would ever feel sorry for your man-tit fucking nasty sack of shit. Ugh, you people, you make me fucking angry. And the people that support him, you're no better than the cheating piece of shit as well. Now, I'm gonna go 2 for 2 on this shit, because I kind of feel like I have to attack both people involved on this as well, due to the fact that she is also a cackling, laughable cunt. She is pretty much just as bad as he is, and just the fact that she's a delusional twat kind of makes my head want to blow up and explode with fucking vitriol and fucking hatred on this bitch. Now, I'm gonna go hard on calling Bevan Twang a cunt for a reason, because the way she portrays herself as bubbly, but she portrays herself as a narcissist, and she has got nothing else better for her except a pretty face and probably an easy lay to top that off, since that she decided to go to bed with a fucking 57-year-old. I mean, I'm 31. I find it hard enough to find a girlfriend as it is. And at the end of the day, this chick really, really makes my fucking blood boil. Now, I don't mean any disrespect to the female species as a general, or Chinese people, even though it's questionable at the moment. But as far as I'm really concerned, this chick pretty much thinks that she's better than everyone else just because of the fact that she works for the council. Ooh, I work for the council. Oh, I work for the council's Ethnic People's Advisory. Oh, I'm fucking the mayor. Wow. And that makes you queen of the fucking herpes. Seriously. Now, I read an article just recently, it was an old one from about a year and 9 months ago. It was about her, she wanting to have so-called potential sperm donors, just so she could get pregnant because she's quote-unquote lonely. And this is where I kind of find her enthusiasm to settle down and have a family kind of questionable at the moment. And it just really goes to show that this chick does not know how to meet people at all. She's stuck in behind her own conclaves just because she's a narcissist, and because she basically seems very intimidating and very, very contrite with her actions. Usually, if you're lonely, you go out and do something about it. You go out and find a male, find someone that you love, connect with someone. That's what we do humanly. We don't expect to find human donors of eggs or sperm and just use them for that cause. I mean, really? Are you that fucking demented? I mean, I should have vomited this out around about this time, because to be honest, women like her give men a very, very bad reputation. Yeah, we have balls between our legs, but as far as I'm concerned, this chick really is a sexist twat. Now, I'm gonna not chime off on that article, because that article basically has made her look like a complete cum dumpster, and she only looks at men for what they have or what sort of position of power they hold. And judging by what's recently come to revelation, it really pretty much proves that she only cares about the rich and powerful man, and she doesn't give a fuck about age or personality. She only gives a fuck about she only cares about the corrupt. And it just really goes to show that she's a bad judgment of character for being so as well, because she chose a fucking married man. I mean, this chick is fucking unbelievable. I mean, yeah, she has a pretty face, and she's only wanting the fame just because she fucked the mayor. I mean, it just really goes to show that this chick is a complete and utter waste of space. Now, the one thing that really morally fucks with my head is the age difference. She's 32 and he's 57. Now, since that age is apparently just a number, it just really goes to show that age gap is just fucking wrong. I mean, he's 3 years shy of 60 and she's 32. I mean, are you that blind? He couldn't even fucking raise the Titanic, probably let alone raise up his own cock. Now, I know I shouldn't be ageist, but come on. You're 32. You have your whole world still in front of you, and you probably got your ovaries that are still working. Probably. But there is enough 32-year-olds in New Zealand that would fall head over heels for you if you weren't that much of a high-strung narcissistic twat with too higher expectations that it would basically send guys away from you. But this is the one thing that even would fuck with you a lot more now, due to the fact that you are a home-wrecking piece of shit, just like what Len Brown is. It's two for tango on this one. And I'll tell you this, what you have done is destroy a family. You've not only destroyed a family, you've put your boss's fucking job on the line, which he probably would have done himself anyway, but you are fully aware of what the situation at hand was. One, you basically knew that he had a family. You knew that he had a wife and kids. And you knew that, there's a word in the English dictionary. It's called no, or in Chinese, it's called bullshit. I mean, I don't know how to speak Chinese very well, and since that you're from Hong Kong, I don't speak Cantonese. I only know a little bit of Mandarin. So I think you should fucking take that one into full context. No means no. And, you know, if you knew fully aware that, in the logical sense, that you don't screw the crew as well, it kind of seems logical to say that you're pretty much asking for it on this day. I mean, if you're looking for fame, boy, you are looking in the wrong fucking places. And due to the fact that stupid, naive, high-strung, too high expectating twats like you that can't get off your fucking ass and actually meet people the normal way, rather than finding someone in a position of power so you can get a dragon baby, it just really goes to show on how much of a useless cackling cunt you really are. And you basically have fucked up a family of someone who self-proclaims his integrity as saintly. Now, what Len Brown pretty much did is pretty much inconceivable in his own right, because he's a cheating piece of shit. But you basically followed the leader. I mean, seriously, no means no, and if you knew well aware of what the consequences would be, wouldn't it be a lot more logical to fucking go, yeah, I think you're married, you've got a fucking wife and kids, yeah, go to your wife, not fuck them in the fucking Tamaki Makoto room or whatever the fucking room it is, in the council chambers. You don't fucking do that. It's morally reprehensible. If you did that in Saudi Arabia, you would get hung or beheaded. If you did that in the draconian times, you would have been burnt alive at the stake, or beheaded for fucking infidelity. And so would he. Really? You don't fucking do that. What society has learned throughout the ages is marriage is a sacred fucking sanctity. You don't fucking cheat. And you don't play party to it. And you basically bitching and pandering on the fact that, you know, he treated you like a quote-unquote prostitute, pretty much says that you are a fucking whore. You don't fucking do that. You don't wreck someone's home. And I hope that really gets inside your thick Chinese skull. You dumb, pretentious cunt. And you praying for sympathy from the masses, basically saying, "Oh, feel sorry for her." You're acting like Monica fucking Lewinsky. Pardon me. And it just goes to fucking prove on how much of a sympathy draining cunt you really are. I don't feel sorry for either of you. You both are as bad as each other. You knew your actions were well and justified. and what you did was destroy a family. I feel sorry more for Len Brown's wife than for both of you. Fuck this. I'm out of here. This is Jay. This is Jay's Rants. Go fuck your fucking mothers.